And we're back again.
Oh shit! Another week, another non-dollar made.
What an interesting week it was.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Well, since the last podcast, we had, celebrated my birthday.
Yeah,
We had a presidential election.
it wasn't an election or just a debate.
Yeah, my bad.
I was going to say, I think I missed something.
My bad. I ain't had my nap again, like my second nap of the day.
Kind of sounds like Biden didn't have his nap either.
Right. Oh, God almighty.
We have 1,000 trillionaires.
Yeah, well, he did correct himself.
Did he?
Yeah, he corrected himself, said billionaires.
But we still don't have 1,000 billionaires.
I mean, we're pretty close. It was like 768.
Yeah, but he said thousands.
Yeah, but
It has to be at least 2.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're trying to sell a piece of shit car,
Yeah,
like, oh, these tires like new. You ain't gonna like it. Nah, these motherfuckers bald. So,
yeah, you're right.
I found out what Hobby Lobby was. I don't like. I didn't understand what it was. I guess before, it was like Hobby Lobby. So I was like, it's fucking model planes and trains and fucking rockets or whatever. Yeah, like I thought it was just like a hobby store or some shit. I don't even know what I really thought it was.
I mean, without ever going to Hobby Lobby, I feel like it's a fair assessment, though. Assumptions.
But
I love that store.
oh, we had the fall of Doctor Disrespect.
Yeah,
That's still ongoing. Like that fall, that's amazing. So
it's pretty interesting.
yeah,
I feel like every couple months we get one of like our so-called internet heroes
yeah.
doing some bad stuff.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk about it a whole lot because I mean, they haven't really released everything yet, but it was pretty fucked up what he did.
Yeah.
So,
Well, people want more information. They can follow it on TikTok because it's everywhere.
yeah, it's everywhere, and he's got he put a tweet out, then he edited it 3 times.
Yeah.
Like that's never good. Yeah, he was like, you know what, that part sounded a little bad. You should probably proofread before you send that out.
Yeah. Just maybe. I don't know. There was something with Nick Merckx. He's another streamer.
Yeah, he got in trouble for. I don't know.
I know what it was. If you.
Well, yeah, who wants you to?
So
Why don't you get canceled?
the he from Mr. Beast channel that they call Chris.
Okay, I didn't know they had one.
Well, they got one in the past year. There was this guy that has been with them since the very beginning, and it was one of the Mr. Beast's like closest friends. And he came out as transgender, and she has been slowly transitioning into a woman, and made like some kind of post towards it, and then Nick Merckx made a thing that was like, you should really like stand up for like go back to your kid and your wife, and like you just made your whole family break apart. And he got very controversial pretty quick.
Yeah.
And apparently Nick Merckx is canceled now.
Oh, well, but it's what, the second time, third time he's been canceled?
Yeah, he's very open about his opinion.
Yeah, well,
which isn't a bad thing, but
getting canceled over your opinion is bullshit. I mean, it's just an opinion,
Yeah.
Like Dr. Disrespect, his thing.
That's different.
A little more than an opinion, yeah, but yeah, as far as like opinions and shit like that, I mean, I don't know. There's people I disagree with all the time. I mean,
yeah,
the whole presidential debate was like a big disagreement. Which I mean, did you watch any of it?
I didn't sit through and watch a lot of it, but I did catch a good chunk of it on TikTok. But that's also TikTok clip moments,
Well, like, so like as a dad, right, I'm supposed to like Um, help like guide you and your brother, and help make sense of the world, and and all the things, politics and whatever, like all of it.
Yeah.
It's what I'm supposed to do, and I usually try to do that. But I don't know what the fuck we're doing now. Like the fuck,
Yeah.
I mean, it was so bad. It was so bad, and you know, we're talking about who's winning, who won the debate, who lost the debate. Uh, we're arguing over who the fastest kid at Fat Camp is.
Yeah.
I mean, they were both slow. Like, I mean, it was not a good look at all. I mean,
Not making America look too great, you
no.
know, if those are our options.
Yeah. I mean, to me, one is better than the other, but that ain't saying a whole lot.
I'd like to see what like a celebrity would do.
Oh, fuck.
Like run, but like not the whole like say it was a Kardashian now, but if it was someone that had like actual opinions and like motivation,
Uh,
I feel like it could be kind of interesting to see. I've never seen it before, except for uh, what was it? Kennedy or Reagan was also an actor.
Reagan was an actor.
Reagan, yeah.
But I mean, it's not he was like a big name actor or anything like that. But why don't you tell me what celebrity should be president? And I swear to God, if you say John Stamos, I'm gonna throw this ashtray at you.
He was my first thought.
Okay.
Not legitimately, but he was a thought.
Hmm.
Who would be a good president? I mean, if it wasn't for the whole Epstein thing, I was gonna say Tom Hanks, but after that, I'm not so sure anymore. Um,
Yeah, probably nobody on the list.
yeah. um, who would be good? Ooh, Jim Parsons would be a good one.
Jim Parsons.
The guy who plays Sheldon on Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
I
I
feel like he'd
mean,
be a pretty good president.
yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
don't know all his views.
he's not Sheldon. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, I know. I've watched a lot of interviews and stuff.
Did you know that he was? Did you know that he's gay?
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
I mean, looking at it now, yeah, I probably should have but I never knew that during the show.
Yeah, I didn't know it the first time watching through the show, but I've known for a while now.
The same thing as like Neil Patrick Harris. Like I never thought he was gay because he plays like a womanizer so well.
Yeah.
He's like perfect at it. But
Ooh, right? No, Ryan Reynolds can't because he's from Canada.
okay, so who is the guy you said? Sheldon. What's his name?
Jim Parsons.
Okay, who's the vice president?
Ooh, that's really good. Who would be Jim Parsons vice president? I'm gonna have to go with John Stamp. No, I'm just kidding.
I fucking knew it.
Oh, who would be good? Ooh, no, I changed my thing. Keanu Reeves for president. Jim Parsons for vice president. Keanu Reeves would be a great president.
Yeah, I think he would be because like I think he actually cares.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he
that
American?
yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I think he's part Native American. Yeah, fact check me on that one.
Okay.
Um, but
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is my pick for sure.
yeah, and it like I think most people would take it's probably more serious, because the John Wick movies.
Right?
Because you know how he was about his dog. America is about the same way about their boats. As long as you don't touch your boats,
Yeah.
we can talk.
Who would you pick for president out of celebrities?
Oh man. Um, well, what would make a good criteria for president? Uh, needs to be a good speaker.
Yeah.
Needs to be able to be serious, but also not panic.
I think I know where this is going.
Take a guess.
Shane Gillis.
No.
Oh, he would be an amazing president too,
No.
though.
No. Dude, he would get us into wars.
Yeah, but it'd be fun to watch.
But it's
He'd live
close.
stream them.
It's close. Joe Rogan.
Really, Joe Rogan for president?
Yeah.
I would rather go with Dana White than Joe Rogan.
Nah, not Dana White. Yeah, he definitely would like. I mean, he wouldn't get us into wars, but he gets like sparring matches with Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, right? But hey, let's try it out. See what happens. Sell some tickets. Yeah.
So Joe Rogan. Okay, give me reasons.
Well, I mean, he's obviously able to hold a conversation and across a multitude of people. So
Yeah.
like he's not going to be overwhelmed by different cultures, and he be really understanding. He'd look at both sides. I think he'd make a logical decision, and if he doesn't know something, he'll either learn what that is, or he'll learn who should know that and divert to that.
Okay. Who would be your vice president?
Shane Gillis. Let's see.
He would be a great governor at least.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis.
Well, see, vice president. They're like an insurance policy. In case something happens.
I
They're
feel like the vice president makes more decisions than the actual president does. The president makes bigger decisions. I feel like vice president makes more.
well. I mean, it's like it's a manager supervisor dynamic. You know,
Okay.
like that's all government really is a management structure. A bunch of people running around in suits, not really doing anything, telling other people what to do. Right? I mean, that's really all it is.
Okay, then who's your
Um, I don't know. They may be too old, but Martha Stewart.
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's a criteria if they're too old in this country.
well, I mean, going off of last night.
Martha Stewart, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, because I thought about Tom Brady. Right.
He's got too much of a temper on him.
Well, I mean, that's not bad in a vice president, but I think he would overshadow. And like, as Drew Bledsoe knows, he doesn't do backup very well. You know,
Yeah.
so something would happen to Joe.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that would be my two.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, if you just wanted to like say fuck it, Kevin Hart and Cat Williams.
Oh man.
Yeah, president, vice president, either way, you're golden either way.
That'd be a hard one.
Yeah, it'd be the shortest presidency ever known.
I feel like David Goggins would be a good president too.
No,
What?
no.
You just want to disagree.
Well, no, you think Michelle Obama fucked up her school lunches?
Oh, that's true.
Ooh, like,
Well, I feel like David Goggins would give us actual food though.
I Tic Tacs and water.
You get a slice of bread a week.
Can you imagine David Goggins' presidential physical fitness test?
Ugh. Yeah, that would be rough.
Did they still do that when you were in school?
They did when I was at school.
Did they?
Wait, the presidential fitness
Yeah.
test? We did that once ever, but we did the fitness Grand Pacer test like
Oh,
every year.
it used to be the presidential physical fitness test, and like you do so well on this, you're gonna get this certificate from the president of the United States with his autograph right here. I mean, we didn't realize that they were. It's not like he was sitting at a desk.
Signing them like they were
Yeah.
autographed pictures,
Yeah, and I did not have to worry about the authenticity of what the autograph was going to be because I was never gonna fucking get one.
Hey, you got something authentic for your birthday though.
Oh, I did. Yeah, my Stanley. Yeah, I was like, where are you going with that?
Yeah, I keep bringing that up because I'm so jealous that you got it.
Shit, you just wait until I die.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man.
But
I ordered a book.
mhm.
I've heard bad things about it. I've heard good things about it. I've always wanted to read it. The 48 Laws of Power.
Oh yeah, I've heard about it.
I've heard that it was very, very good and very like motivational, and I've
Uh,
also heard that it was very like misogynistic and bad. So I
oh,
was like,
so it should be great.
yeah, right?
Okay.
So I bought it on Amazon, and I have a feeling I'm gonna like it. So I got the hardcover.
Yeah.
Paid $10 more for the hardcover,
Uh,
and it should come in tomorrow before I go to work.
are you actually gonna like?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna sit down and read it. Yeah,
Okay, because I want to read it after you.
yeah. I've
So
always wanted to. I've always heard like these big time like entrepreneurs read this book and followed a lot of the laws and they became successful people. Like not necessarily money, just as a person, they became a successful person.
yeah, I mean, I mean,
I want to learn it and then try.
there's so many book sales that are like, you know, well, read this and you'll get rich quick. Like all those things. And like they're bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think every one of them has a little bit in there that and to me that's what it seems like successful people do. Not that I'm not successful, but I mean because I don't do what they do. But it seems like that you know, they're really good at cutting out the bullshit that's in this, taking what they need out of it, and then moving to the next thing, cutting out the bullshit, grabbing what they need.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not good at cutting out the bullshit. Obviously, I mean,
What would you consider bullshit that you need to cut out?
oh, bullshit that I need to cut out,
Yeah.
like of my life.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I need to cut you off. I need to kick you out.
Time to learn to sink or swim.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, house is too big.
Okay.
It's a lot of wasted money on utilities and stuff like that.
Well, I feel like if we turn the podcast light off, that'd be kind of because I don't think it's been off since we started this podcast.
Because that's the beacon of hope for
The
yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, like we use this room once a week.
Yeah.
I mean, we really only use what 2 rooms in the entire, well, 3 rooms in the entire house, not counting the bathroom.
I mean, I feel like we use more than that. I mean, we use the kitchen. We use the dining.
Barely,
Huh?
barely.
I use the kitchen a lot, obviously. I just went and made cinnamon rolls from scratch like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not a daily thing. Like we're not in there cooking three meals a day.
Yeah.
You know,
Um, okay, I see what you're saying.
like we could have the same lifestyle as long as we kept the microwave and the air fryer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're probably right.
but yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Most of the stuff, like I really want to gut everything and start again.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just I like throw everything away
Yeah.
and then just start over. But yeah, I mean, I could see me selling the house and getting rid of it, downsizing to an apartment or something like that. Um, Probably after I move.
If you still got this house whenever you die, I probably will sell it.
Well, fuck you.
Well, not like in that sense. Like
Yeah,
I mean, unless I'm in the middle of like starting a family or something, then sure, it'd probably be smart to keep it.
you guys would be the only reason though that I would keep the house. So that way, you could have it whenever you started a family because it is a big house. It's meant for a family.
Yeah.
I mean, everything should be, all the rooms should be used. But
Yeah, it should not be two people and a cat and a dog.
yeah. So, but yeah, back to the cutting out the bullshit. I mean, whenever Jamie's PlayStation account got hacked, and along with my debit card,
Yeah.
that showed a lot of bullshit that I had. I was like, damn, I make more money than I thought.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're after so many years of having the same card, like you forget everything you signed up for, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, it saved a lot of money that way. And then a lot of the like snacks, energy drinks, shit like that.
Yeah.
Smoking. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty
So
much.
you're thinking more of like financial bullshit.
Yeah, like personal wise. I mean, I don't have a lot of bullshit personal wise.
Yeah.
I think I've cut out pretty much everything. Some not intentional. Because of work and stuff like that. And then other things intentionally. So
All right.
yeah, I don't know. Try not to hold on as much.
Hold on to like your
I,
personal life.
yeah, like attachments, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, people come and go. You know,
With my job, I learned that pretty fucking quick.
yeah,
Like I've adapted that so fast now. It's only been there for like 4 months now, and I've adapted the like it doesn't really matter
hmm
part of my personal life. People go, people stay. It's not going to change my life, because I've had a lot of, um, I guess, defeated feelings, you could say,
hmm
working where I work, because I'll hear about, like, I'll have all this high hope for people that are leaving,
yeah,
that are graduating the program, and I'll hear about them like a couple weeks later or a couple months later, and they had overdosed or relapsed,
yeah,
and a lot of the people stay sober and start to become successful,
yeah.
and I'm very very proud of them. But there is a heavier hand of people that don't, and that made it like really hard to deal with for a while. But that whole it made me lose a lot of sympathy for
Yeah.
people like in my day to day life outside of work, because I'm like, your problems are not that big, like out from
Yeah.
all the things I hear at work, like their problems,
Yeah.
like every day to day people, like their problems are not that big of a deal. And that's why I kind of hurt myself with my own self empathy. Like my problems are not that big. I should get over it, kind of thing.
Well, I think that's probably a positive that you can take from it. I mean, I'm too sympathetic.
Yeah.
You know, my sympathy gets me in trouble a lot. So yeah, that's not a bad quality to take from it. I mean, it sucks that you've had to learn it so quickly.
Yeah.
It sucks that it's taken me so long to learn that.
And you know how unsympathetic I was before I got this job. Think about how unsympathetic I am now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like your unsympathy before the job was more like, I don't want to do that shit. Like,
I thought it was more of like, I don't want to hear about that shit, like of
I really think,
people,
I really think it came from a different place.
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, I don't want to get like too real with you and like argue with you or anything like that, but
Okay.
like you had like the kid aspect of not being empathetic, like that ain't got shit to do with me, like,
Yeah.
you know, that seems like a negative, like, it was just like a poor kid. Now you're looking at it and it's more, you know, from experience and the maturity level of like I understand their problem. I'm not going to help them with it, but yeah.
Okay.
So I really wish I could find out why I have such a need to be empathetic or what. Tell me the word, college boy, because I don't.
Sympathetic?
Here we go. Uh, I don't know why I got to be that way.
You want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get kind of deep for a second.
Hit me.
I'm gonna psychology analyze you.
All right.
So
That's scary.
repeat your question. You want to know why you're
Yeah.
so sympathetic?
Yeah. Why am I so sympathetic?
Because you're a hole filler. which
I mean, I try to be.
I knew you were going to take it like that. But genuinely, you're the person that everybody goes to get the like the hole in their heart filled.
Mm,
But it's always a temporary thing. That's why um, I'm going to talk about from months ago, so nobody try and single themselves out to the circumstance. But somebody would come to you that's like a person from your past and be like, "Oh my gosh, all these things are happening. Give me attention, please."
mm,
And then they'd get it and run off.
yeah.
You were filling that temporary hole. And after doing that so many times, you try and fill everybody instead of just the ones that need it.
Right, but I don't know why I have that feeling to where like, oh, I got to do this. Like, 'cause I know, like I know I shouldn't,
Yeah.
but like I just don't. I don't. I mean, I'm not the only one. Like there are people like that, and they usually get taken advantage of.
Yeah, like you do.
Yeah, and I see it. Like I'm like, ah, here it comes, and like
Yeah.
I mean, with the example you're giving, shit, if we were counting down the days, like, I bet you it'd be this many days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually right, but I still don't understand why I'm like, oh,
Well, I mean, another way to look at it could be because you haven't had a very easy life, you could say. Like, you've had a lot of rough shit happen,
eh,
and it would have been really nice to have someone there for you. So you try and be the person that you would have needed. You try and be the person you would have needed when you were younger, which a
probably.
lot of people do that in different ways.
I guess that makes sense.
You are trying to be the person that your child self would have needed.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know. I don't know why, or like or I don't know how I got that way. Like well, okay, like you
Well,
explained
it's
it.
through like traumatic experiences.
Yeah,
Like, for as an example, your mom passed when you were very young,
yeah,
and I'm sure there weren't a whole lot of people to be there for you, so you had to kind of figure it out. I'm sure there were some. I have no doubt.
yeah. I mean, like. I had a good like to get me through my mom. I had a good core friendships. Like I had friends around to help get me through it. Believe it or not, your grandma was actually a really big help.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she let me cry on her shoulder for quite a while.
But that's just an example of like
Yeah.
one thing that happened whenever you were younger.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't. I do always kind of feel, and this is like getting deep. I do always kind of feel like alone in a crowd kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's like, but I don't think I truly am. I just feel like I am.
Well, I mean, you could just feel like it, and it could be nothing. But I know just as a guy, also,
Mhm.
just being a guy on this planet, there's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with behind closed doors.
Oh yeah, there's a shit ton.
And like whenever I'm assuming, because I only did a little bit of college, but I've done a lot of research, and I'm also very young, so take that
Yeah.
into consideration. But as a guy, as you get older, and have all those constant repetitions of dealing with it yourself,
Hmm.
you can either go super empathetic or super bitter because you're mad at the world for like all these things that have happened, or become super sympathetic because you just want to make everything better because you can't make yourself better.
I feel like that the world is happier whenever I'm mad.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like if I'm mad about stuff, upset about stuff, it seems like everything works. Like you know, I don't know. It's just weird. Like I don't know. We can talk more in depth about that later, but uh,
Man, this should have turned into the therapy podcast, so we should have called it.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is kind of like shit you talk around about, around the campfire, but, um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, shit, I lost my train of thought, in all honesty. Let's go on to something else.
Okay.
Because this is getting depressing.
Star Wars! No. Whenever we really need to find something, that's what we go to.
It's like a fucking comfort food.
For me, it is. Marvel and Star Wars are my comfort foods.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm scaring them away.
So, Wolverine.
um, yeah, shit. What else? What else I thought? Oh, I didn't go to. Didn't get to go to the car show. I mean, it's not I didn't get to go, but like it was. Like you had to work and stuff, so ended up not going. But I did get to go to like one of my favorite places. I went to the aquarium.
So you went to Bass Pro?
Yeah, I love that place so much.
Which part is your favorite thing that you were saying? The aquarium or Bass Pro?
Oh, the aquarium by far.
You like the aquarium more than Bass Pro?
Dude, like, I don't know. Like, maybe I was Aquaman in a past life. Yeah, I know I made a comic book reference. But
bad one.
Yeah,
it is Aquaman.
Yeah, a woke one. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel I'm happy. Like,
That's weird.
Yeah, like I don't care about like I have no stress, no nothing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like I just well, like what we were talking about earlier, right? Like I had that financial situation earlier. Um, and like I had to come up with quite a bit in a few hours.
Yeah.
All right. Um, so like, there's and for me there's nobody I can really go to, right? Like,
Yeah.
like I'm kind of on this island alone, when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I know that sounds like bad,
No.
but that's where you should aim to be. Because in my experience, whenever I've been down on my luck and I had to reach out and ask for help, and I guess I didn't have to, but it was the easier, like it was one of those, like, it makes sense for me to ask help from this person.
Yeah.
And that was used against me so much, and their opinion changed of me. Like, you just see it. There was a weakness that was in there.
Yeah.
And that's something you don't ever try to let in. Like, if you can help it, I mean, everybody always, like, if you're in trouble, ask for help. Yeah, no, don't do that shit.
No.
Just handle it yourself. I mean,
and I agree with that.
If you got somebody that, like me and you, for example, and you need me, well, then I'll be there, but, and there's no judgment that comes with that, but that's rare. Like outside of, family, those are the only ones that really won't judge you.
Yeah.
And
even then, some family will.
yeah, I mean, it's case by case basis. Trust me, I know on that. But like I don't know, it's weird having to wear a mask so much because I really could use the help.
Yeah.
But that takes me back to the aquarium because all that shit was gone. Yeah, like I just fucking melt. I don't know what it is about the ocean.
You've always been a big ocean guy.
Yeah, like the first time I went there and I got like in the water and everything. so refreshed.
Yeah.
Like, I felt 10 years younger. It's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, some people do like the grounding thing. I don't know if you've heard about that.
Yeah.
And that, like, they feel connected to the earth that way and stuff, and they feel better and charged. And I know a lot of people that are like, that's some bullshit and da 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 da. Nah, I really don't think so. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if it works, if it doesn't work. I've never tried it. But for me, my grounding thing is the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But yeah, like, you asked me what my favorite part was. All of it. From the salt water to the fresh water. I can do without the snakes.
Yeah.
Like, I skip those. Like, we ain't doing that. And I let the otter slide, because I like fish, but
You don't fuck with otters?
no, I like otters because they're like furry fish.
I was gonna say they're like cats of the ocean, but
They really are. They're adorable.
they're just so cute. I
Yeah.
find that so weird that you're more of a oceans guy,
Hmm.
and I'm like, 'cause you're like a hardcore oceans over mountains guy, and I'm a hardcore mountains over ocean.
Yeah.
I like the mountains way more than I like the ocean.
Yeah. And
I don't really like the ocean that much.
I've never really given the mountains a chance outside of driving through them.
Yeah.
I would like to go experience them. You know, um, I don't want to hike them.
Yeah, maybe not that, but
Yeah. I did get to join the Hey Dude Club.
yeah,
Yeah, I got my
yeah.
new kicks, so those are good. I, like, I wore yours, so I kind of knew they were comfortable, but they were already like broken, and
Yeah.
the toe holes were in the wrong spot.
Hey, they're in the right spot for me.
You got some wide feet,
I do got wide feet. They're holding up a big body.
but
It's called evolution, baby.
we're fucked. Um, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I got some new Hey Dudes. I love those damn things. Um, I don't wear them daily, but give me a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't wear mine daily, but whenever I do, it feels great.
yeah. Um, and God, I really like Hobby Lobby.
I
I'm like,
think it's so funny it took you this long to discover it.
well, I didn't know where these girls were buying this shit. Like, how do you find stuff for a room? Like, you hit like every yard sale, or
Yeah.
like this shit ain't at Walmart,
Nope.
you know?
Hobby Lobby.
And I go into Hobby Lobby, I'm like, it's a fucking cheat code. Like, for any like bachelor dude, or you go and get your own apartment or something,
Yeah.
I can get you a Hobby Lobby budget
Yeah.
because more water.
We went to Hobby Lobby for like decorating my dorm room. Not me and you, but
Yeah,
that's where I went.
yeah.
I love Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I thought everybody was just like, like had some special trick to like, no, you just go down this aisle, buy everything, throw it in a room, and whatever you don't have room for, you throw it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that shit.
It's like Amazon in person. Because they have so
I
much
can see
random
that.
shit.
I can see that.
They have everything from furniture to model airplanes.
Yeah.
Like there's so much stuff.
And yeah, I bought a lightsaber lamp.
Yeah, which
It's kind of a bad store for me at the same time.
it fits your personality well because it's not full length.
What?
uh,
Did you send me the tiny dick joke? So what if I sit down to pee in the wintertime?
okay.
Um, yeah. Shit. Well, I talked about my week and shit. What do you like?
What did I do this week?
Yeah.
Well, I had work.
He's getting old.
Yeah, I had work. I played some video games with some friends. Watched some more Big Bang Theory.
When you could. Fucking MediaCom.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely had to be careful by the times I chose because it would just randomly not work.
I don't know what the fuck the deal was it, man.
They're a company.
I mean, So I had to go into work for a little bit today, right? And so I was on my way back, and I went through Republic because I used to live there. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll just take the back way home," you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, Republic compared to Jasper was big,
Yeah.
but it was still just like a town. And now it is like full blown like corporate shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like there's like no like diners like like Judy's for example. It was all fucking corporate name brand bullshit. It looked like a fucking mall going through there. I'm like, the fuck happened?
Yeah. They upgraded, damn it.
I don't find that an upgrade. Yeah, you can't have all these different restaurants and all the food comes from the same place.
Yeah.
Like the same grocer deliverer is the same one at the Italian restaurant as it is at Flat Creeks, as it is at this one, as it is at that one, at the McDonald's. It's like,
Yeah.
like,
The math ain't mathin'.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It just kind of thought,
You needed to rant a little bit.
yeah, I'm corporate.
What else did I do this week? I read some comic books, of course. I had to. I read the full origin of Wolverine. A lot of stuff I didn't know. It's pretty cool. Um, I don't know. My week was really boring. You should not have felt bad about cutting me off. That was a bad hit anyway. I read some comic books, played some video games, went to work. That's about it.
Well, huh.
Nothing crazy. My life's pretty boring right now.
Well, what do you need to make it unboring? Like, what do you think?
Well, that's what I got this book for. Because I don't know why. I think I'm bipolar, but I need to like constantly have change.
Yeah.
Well, I know some people like find comfort in repetition. I do not. I hate repetition. I need to find change constantly. That's why I'll randomly buzz my head or randomly go get a tattoo or like I need something new going on in my life at all times.
I mean, so I'm sure everybody's probably fully aware that I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I love my rut.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay in it. But I think the healthier and better thing is to have a dose of both.
Yeah.
Like you should be in a rut. It's like I should be. Like you should control your urges to do the chaotic stuff, but I need to let go a little bit and do some chaotic stuff myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a big difference in between like you getting invited to go somewhere compared to me getting invited to go somewhere.
Going and doing things, I say no almost every single time.
Right, but whenever you say yes,
Yeah.
like you're pumped and excited about it.
Yeah.
And whenever I say yes, it's because I want to go. But then like that's like our brain switches, because like, you're looking at how to get there to do the thing that you want to do, and I'm looking at how to not do it.
Yeah.
Because like you're inviting the chaos, and whereas I'm like, yeah, but that's out of my normal routine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's a problem I think for both of us, but
Yeah.
it's not a bad problem, but you know,
And I like riding the high of my obsessions. It's one thing that I could do for years on end.
yeah,
Like find one thing that like has endless knowledge I can learn about it and then learn everything.
well,
That's how I am like right now with Marvel.
yeah,
Like I will take any little because there's infinite knowledge you can know about Marvel. And I like take in every single thing that I can right now. Like
yeah,
I bought more comic books. I have been reading the shit out of all of them.
right,
I binged watched X-Men 97 in a week.
mm,
Like, and I just started rewatching the old show from beginning to end. There's so much stuff that I just constantly like keep feeding myself knowledge all about Marvel.
Well, it's like like I got like my video game that I like to play and stuff like that, right? Just like you do. Um, but I mean, I got to think about. I was like, how many hours, how many days, how much time have I really wasted on this game? But
Yeah,
it does, it does that. I mean, at this point, for as long as I played it, it does nothing for me.
yeah,
It's more of that rut and that hobby thing. Like, well, why are you playing that game? Well, it's what I do.
yeah.
Um, that being said, it's not like I'm going to stop. I mean, yeah, no way.
Why
But
would you ever stop playing a game that's dead? Oh my gosh.
it's like I don't know, like how do you look at time? Like whenever you look at your watch,
Yeah.
yeah, like what do you think about whenever you see, like if you look right now, oh, it's 10 o'clock at night. What are you? How's your brain thinking? Like
I
taking in
immediately think
information?
how long it is for the next thing. Like how like every time I look at the clock, I count like how much longer it's going to be for me to have to go do the next thing.
Hmm.
Like I'll look at it right now. It's just about 11 o'clock. That means I got to be in bed in about 2 hours.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it as the next thing that I'm supposed to do.
yeah,
I don't look at it as like, oh, we are on the almost 23rd hour of the day.
yeah,
I look at what is the next thing of my day I have to go do and how long do I have to go do it.
yeah. Whenever I look at the time, it's to tell me how long I've been doing this today. Like how much more battery I got left in me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just found it interesting that because I mean, you would think that everybody thinks of time the same way.
No.
Like whenever they look at their clock, like it's 7 p.m. Da 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 da. It, to me, it was weird to think about. Like you look at time different than I do, and somebody else looks at it different than you.
That's one thing I love about psychology and like learning about brains. Like people everything that we think is normal is not.
Yeah,
Because there is another several billion people that think it a completely different way. Like, I know a lot of people, whenever they have thoughts, they're imagining things like in their head, they think of it as pictures. Like, whenever I tell you the word Cyclops,
yeah,
you think of either like a one eyed monster or the Marvel guy.
uh,
You think of what he looks like and who he is.
mm,
A lot of people, they will look at it as words. Like, whenever you hear the word Cyclops, you see the word Cyclops in your head instead of like using images.
really,
Isn't that weird?
that's weird. Yeah,
Like
I've only ever thought in images.
they'll think of it as like descriptions of without actually um, seeing what it looks like.
Yeah,
And if you are like reading a book, you could say like a normal book, not comic book, no nothing. Some people will read it as just the words, or
mm,
people will imagine what's going on in the book. Isn't that weird?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know why would you get any joy out of reading the book if you're just if you're just seeing the words.
Well, because they're thinking about the story, they're just not seeing the story. It's like being told like a story from someone's childhood,
Yeah,
but without thinking of what everything looks like.
yeah.
It's just being told a story.
Well, yeah, because like whenever I read a book, if it's a book that I'm into and stuff, like I don't even like I'm not even reading the words on the page. Like it's just all a movie, to me.
Yeah,
And I don't know.
it's
I
weird to
guess
think about.
maybe that's why some people like reading and some people don't.
Yeah, like me, I really don't like reading unless it's like comic books because I have pictures to help me with imagining it. Because I have a bad imagination, but I still think with pictures.
Maybe that's why I wouldn't get at math, because nobody really explained the picture to me.
See, because you were just picturing it as numbers.
Yeah.
That's why I'm good at math. Is because I picture it as pictures. Like I think of like 3 minus 8. I think of 3 pieces of pie. Subtract 8 of them. Like, well, that's -5 because you don't have 5 more you can take.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of think about it. That's why I'm good at math.
Yeah, there's like this old movie that's been like impersonated several times or whatever that phrase is. South Park does it all the time.
Like reimagining things
No,
or
like
remixing.
yeah, where they basically make fun of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm tired, so I'm not thinking of all my words. Anyway, is this old Spanish teacher, and he was teaching a class of misfit youths and stuff, and he's trying to teach them algebra, and he's all like, what's -2 plus 2, something like that, 0. And he's like, have you ever been to the beach? Like, you know, take 2 scoops of sand out
Yeah.
and then fill the hole back up. Like,
Yeah.
And just kind of put in like, I don't know, regular terminology in there, stuff that, layman could understand, it's like, oh, we go to hell. Like I never really thought of it,
Yeah.
It's like some movie from the 80s had to show me, but,
Yeah.
uh, oh, I don't think Jamie's ever seen Smokey and the Bandit.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Like we watched it before we came up here.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't know he hadn't seen it.
God, I love that movie.
It's really good.
But it released like 47 years ago, something like that.
Okay.
I'm like, well, fuck, excuse me? Oh, pardon me, what'd you say?
Yeah.
47 years ago. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't,
Yeah.
I mean, it was the 70s, I guess. Early 80s, maybe. But, we're sitting there watching it. I was like, watch how overly, like, blatantly sexist he is, like, right here,
Yeah.
And it was just, like, so common, like, like, it was just,
It wasn't sexist. It was just talking.
yeah, it was just, like, trying, like, it was just with, like, wind blowing and shit, it's like, the fuck,
Yeah.
it, I mean, should we be that way? No. Was it kind of refreshing to get away from all the fucking woke shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of nice, but
You know something TikTok made me think of, like
what?
with age and time. 2017
Mhm.
was almost 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me. Like I know that that's just math, but like to me,
Mhm.
that's a lot because 2017 was one of like my favorite years growing
Yeah.
up, and it felt like it was just like 2 years ago.
Dude,
And it was almost 8 years ago.
the older I get, the faster the year goes.
Yeah.
Every year is faster. Like, I mean, we're 6 months into this year. I still feel like we're like maybe 6 months into 23,
Yeah.
not almost to 25. Like, and none of the shit's here that was promised to me. There's no flying cars, there's no levitating skateboards.
Yeah.
They ain't shit. Like, this is bullshit. So, yeah. I'm supposed to have holographic movies by now.
Someone said that the Cybertruck is a Pontiac Aztec on N64 graphics.
I mean, they're not wrong. I seen one today.
The Cybertruck,
Yeah.
they're pretty common in Joplin now.
Well, he passed me. It had Arkansas plates. Passed me going down the interstate, and I really didn't like. It was almost like the first time I saw a stealth bomber.
Okay.
Like, that's not right. You know, like I
That's
mean,
not how cars look.
I mean, of course, the stealth bomber was way more impressive because that motherfucker didn't make a sound.
Yeah.
Like that was amazing. But yeah, seeing that Cybertruck, I'm like, okay, if that's either a Cybertruck or I'm having a stroke, one or the other. And I didn't smell any toast. So,
You know, there was some guy illegally selling a stealth bomber on Facebook Marketplace.
is there a legal way to sell a stealth bomber on Facebook Marketplace?
No, not on Marketplace. There's legal ways you can sell them, but he was selling one on Facebook Marketplace, and in the description it was like, "Hey, don't tell Facebook about this," or like try and keep this down low,
But why is that illegal?
because it's a weapon of war. I don't I don't
Yeah,
know.
but he's not selling the missile that goes with it. Like,
I mean, you can sell the gun without the bullets.
one, how do you get a stealth bomber?
I don't know. Military auctions maybe or something.
No, they still won't even let you go around back to take a picture. Like, you cannot take a picture of the jets.
He did that mission in GTA where you like jump out of a plane, take it, and leave before the tank gets you.
He must have.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So he apparently Nicholas sent it to me on Facebook
yeah.
or sent it to me somewhere and was like, "Hey,
Well, do you remember that air show I took you to?
I will never forget it."
Yeah. Well, you remember the guards that was around the stealth bomber?
Yeah.
Like you could go up to it, you could take pictures of it, like the front and stuff like that.
Okay, I don't remember all that, but
Yeah, like it was like roped off where you could go up to it, you could walk up to it, and you could like,
I just remember it flying over us.
yeah,
That's the only part I remember of it.
yeah, but it landed and it was lined up with other ones. We walked through a bunch of different airplanes,
Yeah.
but there was guards there, like armed guards.
Yeah.
If one of us would have tried to get around back to look at those jets,
Yeah.
they would have shot us.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe they would have shot us. Maybe they would have just, but
Could be kind of funny. Like I was short enough, you could kick me under the rope and just kind of fall. Like, Dad.
dude, you were too sunburnt to do anything.
That's the main thing I remember about that. I was wearing flip flops and I had blisters between my toes,
Yeah,
and that was like the most painful thing I think I've ever felt.
yeah. That, and I mean, and that's my bad.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
I had the blisters between my toes, and then the blisters ripped, so I just had raw skin getting moved around just by walking,
Yeah,
and that was so painful.
yeah. I mean, I never think about that shit.
Yeah,
Like I can't, like maybe 3 times in my life I've been sunburnt. Twice, 3 times. Like I
yeah.
don't even remember. You know,
Are you sure you're not Hispanic? Because you've been dark complected my entire life, and you barely go out.
yeah, dude. If I start going out in the sun, dude, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's happened where like people come up to me and just start speaking Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck you say? Uh,
I thought you said you knew Spanish.
like I can speak a little. I can get us to the bathroom and like
No, it's a line from Red Dead Redemption.
no,
I thought you said you knew Spanish.
but but yeah, I just never think about that shit. I mean, like
We know.
shit, Brian knows too. So, hey,
I got skin cancer from that. It was so bad.
dude,
Not actually.
I know yours was bad, but like, Brian like fucking grew horns. Like, he was. I mean, I've never seen sun poisoning, but I'm pretty sure I may have. So,
Do you remember how sunburnt you got when we went to Mississippi? Because I remember us going to like some beach or something,
mhm.
and we came back to I think it was Jeremy's house, and you were just beat red, redder than Solo Cup. Like you
Yeah,
were, and I remember you go into the shower
yeah,
and you just screaming
yeah.
from the house.
Yeah, because that was one of the 3 times in my life I've ever been sunburned.
Yeah, but you were really sunburnt.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Big Papa don't really take his shirt off that often no more, back in the day, I still didn't. But
I remember I got stung by a jellyfish on that trip.
yeah,
Right in the middle of my chest.
yeah, I remember it.
I didn't feel it until we got out. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh.
yeah, it's a weird feeling. That was one time I was down there and uh, while we were playing with one of those like squish ball things, like you throw it at each other and stuff, and
Okay.
like it fills up with water, so it doesn't hurt whenever you hit with it. And somebody threw it at me and I ducked. I came back up, I seen it floating, so I reached back and I grabbed it and I went to go throw it. And there was a whole ass jellyfish in my hand. Like, and I had like, my hand was in ready to throw a curveball.
Yeah.
I'm like, hit. Yeah. They feel so weird.
Yeah.
Like, they're really soft. And then there's like a hard plastic piece in the middle of them. Like, they may be from the government. I'm not sure. But
I think they have beaks.
I seen them at the aquarium. I didn't see no beaks.
All right. That's octopus. Never mind.
Yeah.
Do you know an octopus has beaks? Do they have a beak?
Some of them.
As far as I knew, all of them have a beak. That's how
Well,
they eat their food.
there's, I don't think they all have beaks. Sorry, squid do.
Yeah, I know squid do too.
Yeah, I don't know if an like, you got your phone in? Like, fact check that shit. Because I mean, that's kind of creepy.
Do octopus have beaks? Yes, all octopuses have beaks. Yes.
Huh, I've never seen it.
Well, it's on their like where you would assume their stomach is. That's where their mouth is.
Huh.
That's why they eat fish
Well,
because they'll put it up there and then they'll actually chew it.
I have a hard time believing that Finding Dory lied to me. Because that octopus didn't have a beak.
No, but octopuses don't talk either.
Fair point, fair point. But
I think octopuses have 3 hearts too.
yeah, they do.
It's kind of weird.
But
They are
whenever
fucking
you say beak, I'm thinking of like a protruding beak,
Well, I mean, it does protrude out, and it looks like a bird's beak.
Yeah, you're gonna show me a picture, and that's
Okay.
he's looking it up right now.
Yeah, sorry for the people who are not seeing this right now.
He's swiping left. I think he's trying to.
No, I'm trying to click.
Mhm.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, she's a small bugger.
That's a whole beak.
Yeah, but it's
It's like they ate a bird.
huh? Yeah, I've never seen that. I'm not gonna make the joke of what it looks like, but I mean, I'm sure the people at home probably understand what I'm saying. But oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they full on got beaks. I knew I wasn't lying.
Well, I didn't say you were lying. I just say I didn't. I mean,
Well, I didn't know if I was lying. I thought I knew what I was talking about, but I was kind of.
I've never hiked the skirt of an octopus before.
And that's what you basically have to do to see one. Flip it upside down, hold it by its head, let the skirt fall down.
Yeah, but then I gotta give it like a certain amount of a commitment level.
Then there's aftercare.
Yeah, I gotta meet his parents.
Why'd it have to be a guy?
Huh?
Why'd it have to be a guy?
I said it.
No, you said his.
I said it.
Run the tape back.
You heard what you heard. It's 2024.
Gotta see if Brian backs me up again. I never did check if he backed me up last time, because I know I asked him to.
He did not.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he said, are you checking now?
Slowly. I mean, I'm still talking, but
Oh, well, he made a reference to him talking trash to my brother whenever we were playing basketball.
yeah.
If you want to read it, you can.
Well, I planned on doing it while you're talking, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard to
I'm really good at reading and talking. But here.
go for it.
The whole MediaCom thing.
Is it back down again?
I think so.
Oh my god, dude.
He was never Jeremy to me. I called him burnt biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
And then you commented, "Lol, ever been to Judy's?"
Yeah. So we used to have a basketball goal upstairs in the hayloft.
Okay.
And that's where, I mean, like we had a 3-point line, but we kept the rim down low enough where we could dunk, you know. And
As you do as a normal person.
but I mean, like we had like a full quarter court to play. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I mean, we had 3-point line all the way around. Like, I mean, we could raise it up to like regulation and like legit play.
Yeah.
But they were up there playing, and I was watching them, and they were as whenever White Man Can't Jump came out. So
It's
that
funny timing.
so like like trash talking was just getting big.
Yeah.
Like that was our Fortnite lobby. Um, anyway, so he's talking to my brother while he's dribbling, and he's like going back and forth and like going between his legs, stuff like that, like you do.
Yeah.
And he goes, you ever been to Judy's? Jared's like, yeah. He goes, you like biscuits and gravy? I like them, but sometimes they burn. And he like goes around them, and dunks on them. Oh my god, dude! I laughed so fucking hard. Like
Sometimes they burn.
sometimes they burn, and then off he went.
I'm gonna do that, like not play basketball or anything,
Yeah,
but like whenever I'm about to hit you with something,
yeah.
sometimes they burn.
Sometimes they burn. Yeah. You know how I used to get like mad onto you guys about like how you gotta talk to each other and like fucking like PlayStation and shit,
Yeah.
and like I like remembering shit like that comment there reminded me of like well we did the same shit like we talked real bad to each other, but it was all like in the lunch line,
Yeah.
so like it 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 could have consequences, where you guys are like whatever, and you leave party,
Yeah. I'm tired of this shit.
Lunchtime was a little different. Like you may get smacked, uh, but yeah, shit, man. We're like everybody took turns teaching each other yo mama jokes.
Yeah.
Like those.
What's the best one you can remember?
Uh, okay, so I'll say it, but nobody clip this because I'm not actually talking about his mama. um, your mama's so fat she fell over and broke her leg, and gravy poured out.
Oh.
What you got?
Your mama's so fat. Took a picture of her Christmas Eve. It's still printing 2 years later.
Your mama's so fat she sat next to everybody in class.
Your mama's so hairy I got carpet burn.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel weird making your mama jokes.
Yeah.
To you.
Oh yeah, I feel weird making your mama jokes to you too. Like I don't know, you say it like like you say like a good yo mama joke, and you're. I don't think anybody has ever talked about somebody's mother. You know what I mean? Like nobody has ever said a yo mama joke, like being serious about that person's actual mother.
We used to.
No, you saying that you would fuck their mom is a whole lot different.
Oh. My bad.
Yeah. Like you go, how your mom doing? Right?
Do you remember what my current Facebook description is or bio?
Nah.
How you doing, Joe Tribbiani?
Oh,
Like with the little quote bio.
okay. I do remember that being on there.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've kept consistent for the past like 5 years.
I feel like I don't use Facebook to its full potential because I never post. I very seldom ever go to anybody else's page.
That's the main reason I have Facebook. That marketplace.
I mean, like if I see something like like some post that somebody else made, I'm like, what'd they say? Then I'll go into it and look back and be all like, oh, that's what they said, and then move on. But I mean, shit, I don't really, I don't know. I'm just not that curious, I guess. Like, this guy I went to like school with. I remember seeing him in the sixth grade. I wonder what his life's like.
Yeah.
I don't
I do that kind of thing often, like almost on a daily basis. I'll look at people on there.
really.
Yeah, just because it's something that you won't really find very often. Instagram is so fake. Snapchat is so specific.
Yeah.
Facebook, that's the kind of thing that they let everybody know.
Yeah, I guess sometimes I'll look at like pictures or something, like that's kind of how I get, like, oh, what have they been up to? Ah, they went on a cruise, you know,
Yeah.
they moved. I did not know that.
I normally use it
Yeah.
to find people I haven't talked to in a long time. I won't talk to them through it. I'll just find them, see what they're doing.
They still kicking.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Dude, I remember growing up and we had this friend named Scott
I
and
feel like you're about to talk some shit on Scott.
no,
Oh, okay.
but like he was a good friend. Like, but he was, he was one of those younger friends that ended up moving, and then you lost track of him.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, shit, internet was new. Facebook really wasn't a thing. I don't even think MySpace was a thing.
Damn, you're old.
Like there was no social media. Um, but somehow we had learned that because he moved up to Kansas City and he got shot and died.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like, oh shit, man. Like, felt bad, It'd been a while. Like, I mourned. Like, not, I wasn't crying myself to sleep, but it's like, man, and came to acceptance that this friend that I once had that was really close that has died needlessly to gun violence,
Yeah.
And then he sent me a friend request on Facebook a few years ago.
Yeah.
Turns out he ain't dead.
Really?
Yeah, no, he didn't die.
Then how'd you think he died then?
Somebody told somebody that told somebody that told somebody. Well, yeah, like we didn't have the internet, we just had the telephone. So like, like people would call somebody and then like they would tell the story to somebody else and like that game telephone, that was fucking life. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, it was like watching Smokey and the Bandit, right? Like, there's no cell phones or anything back then. They had the CB radio, which was like high tech back in the day. And like, like all these people are communicating and these kids are gonna help the bandit, get away from the cops, so they got like this whole thing set up.
Yeah.
And it's all like, and I looked at Jamie, I was like, how'd they know without the internet, And he's like, well, they got that radio. I was like, I mean, kinda. Like, that shit's like 10-mile range, like it's not indefinite, like there's a certain circle that you can go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would, but I mean, it takes away from the fantasy of the idea that, you have this community.
I mean, it wasn't like he called them hours earlier though. Like with almost every time that they set up like a blockade or a distraction, whatever, it was pretty quickly after he called. It wasn't like hours later.
Yeah, I mean, that was back whenever like people moved and stuff, but like like now it's all like, I mean, that's not really in my schedule or like,
Yeah.
like, nah, like, that's a bad vibe, man. Like, or however you could say it. What the hell was that one thing I said today? Like, I said gang, gang,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, he said gang gang.
Yeah, and y'all motherfuckers already changed that. Like, now it's something different.
I didn't, but our generation did, yeah.
What the fuck?
Type shit.
What? So that's the new one?
Not really. It's the way that we use gang gang.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, all right, you know?
Uh,
And then now the new thing is type shit. Like, yeah, all right.
I really do feel like your generation has commitment issues.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody in my generation, like, we're still hanging on to the same old shit. Like,
Yeah, because y'all ain't got anything cool.
Uh,
All your same old shit is either dying or dead.
I mean, yeah, but like they're still cool. I mean, it's not like I'm
Snoop
not.
Dogg was cool.
Uh-huh.
He's still cool, but he's not Snoop Dogg cool.
Uh-huh.
He's not a legend you talk about anymore.
Talk shit on Tupac. Come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He is cool. He is dead. Like all of your cool shit is either dying or is dead.
Well, everybody's dying all the time. Um,
Yeah, but like last leg. Like Martha Stewart, last leg. Snoop Dogg, last leg. Michael Jordan, last
Martha
leg.
Stewart wasn't cool until she went to jail. Like, and I don't even think she really went to jail. It's more like a fucking club med, but you probably don't know what that is.
But you get what I'm saying? Like they're all on their last leg.
Well, yeah, okay. Like,
Like
thanks for
old
the midlife
asses.
crisis. I'm glad to know that my days are numbered, and I'm,
No, not you. All your like cool
all
idols.
my generation. Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Michael Jordan is not your generation. Neither is Snoop Dogg.
the fuck you just say?
He was around, but he's not in your generation. He's older than you by like 10, 15 years.
Well, yeah, we didn't grow up together. I mean, but yeah, like, okay, so LeBron's not in your generation. Like,
No, he's not.
that's not your generation's fucking icon.
He is important to our generation, but he is not a part of it. I'm not saying your generation. I'm saying the things you grew up with
Right.
are dying or dead.
I get that, but like,
I think you're missing me here.
no, I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right,
Sounds
but
like you're stumbling with it.
no, I just feel like you're like I may be taking it wrong, but so the heroes of our generation, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah, they're not in our generation because the current generation is too young to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's why you have, your fucking Michael Jordans and Snoop Dogs and shit like that. But that makes them a part of your generation.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, whenever you say that they're dying, that's kind of me too, fucker.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but I was not counting for the age group. I was accounting for
Yeah.
the time frame.
Right. Well, I was thinking of it emotionally and you were thinking of it logically, but
Like usual.
anyway,
You're always the emotional on the logical.
yeah. I don't know. How could
Isn't that kind of weird?
could you imagine me not being very emotional?
Yeah. Whenever I was a kid, you were not emotional at all.
Yeah. Wasn't, well, not that you've seen.
No. Like, from what you put out to me, you were a hard ass and didn't break a tear ever.
Because I mean,
That's kind of like your goal as a dad, is to look
yeah.
strong. Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Like, I mean, I'm sure like we could have raised you um, tenderly.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad my dad did. I wanted my dad to. I wanted my dad to, like, I love you, son, and this, that, and the other. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted him to do that, but well, that's why, I tell you and your brother, I love you, every time.
Yeah.
Like, if one of us leaves without saying it, it feels weird.
hmm
Uh,
One thing about that I appreciate but dislike at the same time.
yeah.
It makes it seem not so important. Because we do it every time we leave or get off the phone or whatever.
Mhm.
It's always love you or I love you, whatever.
Yeah.
And it took the actual like meaning out of it. Like I know we both mean it, but if you say how much you like a book
Uh-huh.
every single day, every single time someone talks about it, it makes the book not seem so important.
Well,
Does that make sense?
it does. Like, it didn't take the meaning away from for me, it didn't take the meaning away from it. It may not give that feeling, but it didn't deter from the meaning.
Yeah, I don't think it took the meaning away. I think it took the value, though.
Well, it depends on how you put stock in it. Like, I mean, what's better? The shock value of saying I love you, compared to the steady, like, yeah, it's not a shock value anymore, but it's consistent. Like, it's always, it's unwavering. Like, to me, that means more of, I no matter how the day's going, whether it's good day, bad day, awesome day, like, I'm upset, I'm mad, I'm happy, it's still, I I love you no matter what.
Yeah.
you know um and and it doesn't have to mean the same to you as it does to me, but, like, for me, it's like, kind of a respect thing. Like,
Really?
yeah, I mean, we don't do the no sir, no ma'am deal,
Yeah.
but, like,
Shithead.
yeah, yeah, I much prefer that. In all
Yeah.
honesty.
I
But
use sir and ma'am for like everybody that's not family.
yeah, like, like, if I'm talking to somebody, that I don't know or something like that,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be respectful, like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, you know. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, I value the consistency of it, because, I mean, I only value it because that's not what I had, and whenever you have your own kids and stuff like that, you more likely won't do that. You'll probably lean more towards the shock value of it, But,
Maybe.
yeah,
I
maybe.
doubt it.
I mean, you take some things with you. I mean, me being hard on you guys whenever you were younger, um, stems straight from my dad. Like,
I hope I carry it with my kids. Because in the moment, like, of childhood,
mm,
it sucks.
mm,
Because you're like, man, why is he so hard on me? Why does he give me shit all the time?
mm,
But like being an adult, I'm happy it happened because it makes me tougher and not so weakly minded to everything in the world.
no,
Like whenever somebody this hasn't happened, but
yeah,
if somebody like was to message me or something, be like, yeah, you fat ass, shut the fuck up. I wouldn't be like, oh, why do you say that? My feelings,
you don't like me.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Yeah,
If I feel like if I raised my kids like, oh, it's okay to talk about these things, it's okay to have these feelings, which is fine,
yeah,
but without the pampering of it,
mm,
like talk about what's going on in your life, but I'm not going to sit there and baby you about it. I'm going to tell you real shit.
mm,
And I hope I do that with my kids too. Because
mm,
it taught me a lot growing up that I'm not the only person.
yeah,
There's other shit going on. Which I learned really quick.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you talk to anybody, like anybody, God, they got such a bad childhood. As you get older, you realize, like everybody had the same fucking childhood. And not everybody. I mean, there's other people that fucking actually had it hard,
Yeah.
but I mean,
There's independent variables that change.
and I remember growing up and just thinking, like, yeah, like, it was a bad childhood,
Yeah.
and, my father was so mean and this, that, and the other, and that's how I felt, whenever I was younger.
Yeah.
But then whenever you become adult, you're like, oh, that's what that motherfucker is doing. Okay. And then you get to think about it, you're like, I mean, I actually had a good childhood, I mean, shit, I got to do a lot of things that a lot of other kids didn't get to do. I mean, I know people that were raised the exact opposite of me, and I know how they turned out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. my dad didn't do too bad. I mean, he could have done a lot better on some things, like, but maybe confidence wise, he could have helped out a little bit there.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody's perfect. It's just what happens. Shit, I feel like I'm rambling now.
Just a little bit, but it's all right.
Yeah. Uh,
But this is our longest episode we've had in a while.
yeah. Is there any questions from your childhood you need answered?
Oh shit.
I mean, don't hit me with all of them. We ain't got that much time. But
Yes, but I don't know if I'm ready to open that can of worms just yet.
well, maybe.
I've spent like almost 20 years suppressing it. I don't think I want to bring it up anymore. At least not today. Not on Sunday night or Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night. Wow, I didn't know that well. Was that deep?
I mean, you know major points, but there's a lot of background story that you don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
You don't
mean,
know the lore.
we can talk about the deep stuff whenever you want.
Uh,
But I mean, I was shooting for more of like a, you know, maybe back in the broom closet, not in the fucking basement. Like,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
Did Lassie really die? Like some shit like that. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys really didn't sugarcoat anything growing up. It was pretty straight up. Like, I don't know, there wasn't a whole lot of babying. Like I don't think I ever like since I turned like 3 or 4,
mm,
I was always skeptical of like everything.
yeah,
Like as far as I can remember, obviously my childhood memory is really bad, but as far as I remember, I don't remember believing like fully in Santa Claus because the first Christmas I can remember, I remember it being you, and it was very easy to know it was you because the fake snow you guys put on the floor was all over your boots. And the cookies we made for Santa Claus just so happened to be Dad's favorite cookies.
well, I mean,
It was like it was very easy to know shit
yeah,
that was not hard to figure out. Which is no fault on either of you,
yeah,
but I I guess I didn't have a whole lot of the mystery of being a child. Because I mean, Grandpa died. Grandpa Brian died pretty
mhm,
early in life. I had the separate homes my entire life
yeah,
with little spurts of together.
yeah.
Um,
I,
there was a whole lot of stuff that I didn't have mystery of, except for you. And I had a whole lot of mystery about you. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know why do I feel this way about him,
yeah. Well, I mean, there.
We know why,
Yeah. I mean, there's two sides to every story, and sometimes one side can be very loud and incorrect, but
yes.
but yeah, it's I don't know. I I've been able to live life without a lot of regret. Like there's not many things I regret in life, but not being able to give you guys a like the cookie cutter, catalog family lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I do regret not being able to give that to.
Well, it wasn't necessarily yours or mom's fault. It wasn't
No,
like at fault of either of you.
no, it's not a fault like to anybody. It's circumstances that happen.
Yeah.
You know, but still, I regret it.
Yeah.
I mean, even whenever shit's outside of control.
Yeah.
But like, because there's other things I could have done. I mean, if that wasn't working, then I could have made a steady one here,
Yeah.
and then you would have had that to come to instead of, like, well, what we have pizza or pizza, boys, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've done the bachelor thing for I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you might as well say 19 years.
Yeah.
There was a little burst here and there,
Yeah.
but
Love a matter of months.
yeah,
It wasn't anything significant.
and no, it wasn't anything even really that meaningful. It was like I don't even know how to describe all that, but it was just I don't know. Like it's weird that I feel bad that I wasn't able to provide that for you, not provide it for me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm married, not married, single the rest of my life, whatever. It don't matter.
Yeah.
But I regret not being able to give that to you.
Well, I know you see it as that way, but in a way, I'm kind of thankful for it
Really?
because I mean, of course, every kid wants the you wake up and oh my gosh, I got a four-wheeler, or like
Yeah.
random shit that I didn't get to experience.
Mhm.
Of course, every kid wants that, but looking as I am now,
Mhm.
I'm kind of happy we had it the way we had it because yes, there were times I was unhappy. There were a lot of times I was happy,
Mhm.
but all the times that I was unhappy made me like extremely tough now. Like I can take a lot of shit that most people my age can't take. You know, I and that's not trying to talk me up or sound macho or anything. It's just I had to deal with it, adapted, and learned a lot of stuff really quickly.
Yeah.
So it just made me mentally tough.
Well,
But I can take a lot of shit.
since we're talking about regret, uh, another one is I regret not being able to take you guys on vacations like yearly.
Yeah.
You know, like whenever you go, and you start having kids of your own, um, you should really try to make that a priority. Not a year to year, day by day priority, but like like this is what we do. This is settle on this is where we vacation, and this is how we do it every year. Because if it was me, I would never go on vacation.
Yeah.
If it was just me, I don't go on vacation now. So
I have a lot of really weird opinions tonight, but I'm kind of glad that you didn't actually take us on so many vacations.
why?
Well, I just from how my memory is of my childhood,
Yeah,
all of the things that we did do, I remember almost none of it. Like I remember going to Mississippi. I don't remember almost anything we did outside of stuff you've told me that happened.
right.
Like if we went to fucking Japan
Mhm.
whenever I was 12,
Mhm.
I would remember almost none of it right now. So I think of like going on trips with your kids is more for the parents than the kids
Mhm.
because the kids aren't going to remember it anyway. It's kind of like having a birthday party for your 1 to 5-year-old. They're not going to fucking remember it. It's more of
Yeah,
like for the, I don't know, just for the parents or the, for the
well,
nature of doing it.
that's kind of where I feel. All right, so like if you look through my phone, right, like you go into my photo gallery,
I don't think I want to.
um, the only pictures you'll find in there are either pictures that got sent to me or pictures for work. Like, you got to take a picture of this and send it to somebody, or like that's what my pictures consist of.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, I mean, like like us growing up, like our cameras were much cooler. Because
I agree.
they were mechanical, they were chrome. You loaded them up,
Yeah.
just like they sounded great.
Hey, I've used my handful of film cameras, damn it.
Right, but like you're like working with like 90s, 90s cameras. I'm talking about like the 80s, like they're heavy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, loading a fucking Glock. Um, like it makes the sound and everything. You know. Anyway, but I mean, I got this technology in my pocket that takes high def pictures, and I can take pictures of everything, and I never do.
Yeah.
Like if I would have took more pictures of that vacation, you know, um, then you would probably, it would help jog some memories and stuff. But I mean, what we got me punching a dolphin and you holding it.
Yeah.
So I mean, which I think is a cool picture.
It is a cool picture.
But
I just think my face looks stupid in it. Because I'm like squinted up as if you're about to hit me.
yeah, I mean, I didn't want to tell you that when you were younger.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, like, I mean, a lot of the birthday parties are for the parents. Like, we're celebrating your birthday, but I mean, it's like
I think it's more for the principle than for the meaning.
Well, I mean, it's to start a tradition. Like we don't we don't have traditions, and
No, we don't.
oh my god, we're like just going to discover like all my faults as a parent,
This is a deep episode.
right? But so like I don't like we don't do traditions, outside of KFC
On Thanksgiving.
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Um,
Which even last year we fell upon.
well, no, I mean we didn't fell on it. We just went a different route, and I'm really glad we did it that way too. Like
I wasn't.
I know because like you're like, it's not the same thing.
It's the one tradition we had. I was excited about it.
Yeah, but I mean it's okay to break a little bit, but
It's okay to not have tradition your whole life,
no,
and not one. You can break it.
we broke it for a year.
We've only been doing it for 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but anyway, so like you should. I don't know how to start a tradition. Like it's too late for me to start a tradition on anything because I mean, well, I'm gonna start a tradition now.
Yeah.
On what?
I don't know.
Right?
But you still have at least 20 years.
Well, yeah, but like, I'm gonna do a tradition by myself because I mean, like, eventually you're gonna move. Like,
Well, it's kind of what like traditions are for, like to reconnect for a short period after not seeing each other for a long time.
well, it's like your aunt and uncle's 4th of July party coming
Yeah.
up, right? That has become a tradition,
Yeah.
right? And they've been doing that for a minute, and it's just
At least like 5, 6 years now.
right. And it's what they do. Like the kids remember growing up with it, like it is a tradition, like
Yeah.
yeah, I remember growing up, yeah, my parents used to throw a 4th of July thing every year, and I mean it's awesome.
My dad hasn't remembered a single one of them.
What?
I was just talking shit as a joke.
Oh, tradition?
No, for Canton. He doesn't remember a single one of them. Because it normally ends in a drunk party.
Oh, that one. Okay. I didn't know where we were going. I thought maybe like a sliding kickball injury.
And that's as a joke. Don't take me. We're talking shit here.
He ain't picking on you. We picking on 7 and 7. But yeah, like, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel bad for not having like traditional shit, So yeah, I would say that's probably something you should focus on too. Whenever you go to start having kids, and
I really like tradition.
yeah,
It's the one thing that's common every year, That's why I was pretty upset this past year. Because I was like, it's not what we fucking started. Come on.
yeah,
Like, it was still good the way it was. It just wasn't what I was.
it was more. It leaned more towards the tradition that I was accustomed to.
Yeah.
And it made me feel good, you know, because my family had a lot of traditions growing up, like traditions that we were invited to, not that we did,
Yeah.
because like I had an aunt and uncle that did the 4th of July party every year.
Yeah.
And I had another aunt and uncle that did the Christmas party every year. Like there was all these traditions and stuff. Like whenever it came to like family and stuff, like as a child, like it was fantastic. The way I grew up. Um, as traditionally, my cousins from Kansas City would come down and stay for like 2 weeks on the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that every year. You know, we had the Blanchard Junkyard Beach Party every year. Like, and it was like at an actual like junkyard, scrapyard thing. Like it was
It was
fantastic.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it really was. Like you would have loved it because I mean, you'd probably still be looking at the old shit.
I still am to this day, so I probably would be.
No, like I mean, the junk and everything out at the farm
Hmm.
pales in comparison.
Really?
Oh yeah, and organized.
Mm.
Oh yeah, everything like stacked up, nice and neat.
I love me some organized.
Yeah. Anyway,
I love me some organized covers.
but yeah, so I don't know. I guess that's probably the last drip of fatherly advice I have for tonight because I am fading fast, brother. What's up, brother?
Something I think is kind of funny is you have very, very few regrets
Mhm.
in life, and I regret almost everything in life. Like, I have more regrets than things I'm proud of.
Well,
That might just be part of being young, also.
I would say probably so. But a lot of mine's acceptance. Like, I mean, if you really, I mean, you can't do it now because you're so young,
Mhm.
right? You're really just in the beginning stages. You know, I mean, some say I'm not even halfway, which is not true.
It's not.
I mean, I feel like I'm a good like 3/4, 7/8. Like some mornings I wake up feeling like how Joe Biden looks. You know, uh
I think you're more of 5/8, but
but so um, yeah, so like I kind of like look back at my life and kind of take stock a little bit, and kind of grade myself.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't flunk, but like I mean, I am somewhere in the C- D+ range.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I've lived like a meaningful life.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, outside of you and your brother,
Yeah.
who's really like who? What is there to really remember? Outside of you and your brother, like you guys will remember me.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as any other part of the world, anything like that, I mean, I just fade into dust.
I feel like that's everyone, though.
Like, damn.
Unless they're like a celebrity.
Yeah, well, I was at Judy's the other morning and I was like, hey, you remember whenever Corky used to do this? And Corky was like our old man at Judy's, like the staple. Like
Yeah.
he was there every morning.
He was like my Leonard.
Yeah, Monday through Monday, man, he was there. And people still talk about it. I mean, whether he's a good dude, bad dude, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But, for me, he was a cool dude. Um,
I feel like that's going to be the big thing that people talk about when you die, is how you treated other people. Like, that's going to be the most significant thing talked about after you die,
yeah.
which is a good thing to be talked about for.
In a way, I think, but like it's like the difference in between like being a good guy or a nice guy. I mean, which one do you think I
What would you consider the difference?
am? So,
Like, nice guy being a suck up, and then, like, good guy being just good things?
well, it's like so like the way I heard it, right? Like if you're you're walking down the street and some guy mugs some lady,
Yeah.
and you stop the guy, you break his arm, break his leg. Are you a good guy at that point, or are you a nice guy at that point?
Sounds like a guy who can't mind his own business, but that's a good guy.
Well, I mean, you stop some, yeah, good guy,
You've done a good deed. Yeah.
right? A nice guy would not have done that.
Why do you say that?
A nice guy wouldn't have stopped the person stealing the purse, and they wouldn't have got it back for him. Nice guy would have been like, "Oh, well, here's my wallet. Let me help you replace everything." Da 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 da.
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Yeah,
Because you play parts in both of those.
yeah, but
I think if I had to pick one or the other, I think you'd be more of a nice guy.
yeah. Sadly, uh,
I don't think that's a bad thing though.
I don't like being a nice guy.
But you're not part of the problem, you're part of the solution, which is a good thing.
No, I think a good guy is part of the solution. I think a good guy will solve the problem. A nice guy will just take from himself and fill the hole for somebody else. Like there's only so many pieces of yourself you can rip off to give to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, a good guy, I think, puts themselves as they make themselves as important as the people around them, right? But a nice guy puts everybody else's importance above his own.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's bad to be nice. I just don't think it's good. Like, I don't think it's good for you.
It's definitely not good for you.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like after your death and like what people are gonna remember,
Mm.
I feel like it'd be better to be a nice guy than a good guy.
Yeah.
Only if we're talking about after your death.
Right. And that's what I'm scared of.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to be known as the nice guy because to me, the nice guy is the one that lets himself get taken advantage of over and over.
I mean, you still have time to change it.
Yeah. And it's something that I work on daily.
I think you get better at daily too. I've seen a significant change since we talked about it a few months ago.
Yeah. I
Because I
mean,
remember we talked about it and I was like, man, you need to just stop letting people walk all over you kind of thing. And you've slowly stopped letting it happen.
yeah. And I mean, like whenever I want to help somebody with something or anything, like it's what I want to do,
Hmm.
like, but I have to make sure to do it to people that have earned it,
Yeah.
you know, like, so the other day, right, I had to go to the courthouse for something,
Yeah.
and I see this lady, like walking up to the stairs, and we were similar in age, like she may not have been 40 yet. She was definitely upper 30s, but, she's carrying this heavy book bag. She's got her hands full with this other stuff, and she's wearing a knee brace. And I seen that she was walking, like she walked from wherever to the courthouse,
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, she got to be tired. It's hot as a bug,
Yeah.
I'm like, do you need me to give you a hand up the stairs, like, let me, I can help you. And she's all like, "Oh, you don't mind?" I was like, "No, I don't mind." I mean, I'm helping somebody. I'm being a nice guy,
Yeah.
right? And so we get up the stairs of the courthouse, and you know, my business needs to be handled on the first floor, right? Um, her business needs to be handled on the third floor. And guess what? The lady that runs the elevator is off for the rest of the day or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an elevator that you just get to get in and push a button. And she's like, "Oh, I gotta go up here. Do you mind helping me up there?" I'm like, nah, I don't mind. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know? And so I help her all the way. These are all 3 flights. And, I mean, like, somehow, I don't even know when this took place, but at some point, I had her bag and everything that she had in her hands, and I've turned into this pack mule.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's just like, you know, I mean, being pretty didn't hurt, but but I'm like, okay, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And we get up to the top, and I've never been to the third floor of the courthouse.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean that says a lot about me. Halo
Says a
and
lot about me because I've been there a lot.
yeah. So I did not know that's where like court was.
I've been there like 4 times.
So I round that last corner and there's you know county sheriffs up there. I'm like in the metal detector. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, and she's like, oh, like, can you hang out for a minute? And I was like, well, I gotta, go handle my stuff. And she goes, oh, do you think you can help me down the stairs? I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'll help you. So she stays there. I put her stuff down. I go back down the 3 flight of stairs, go handle my business, go back up the 3 flight of stairs to help her. Well, I mean, she's talking to the county prosecutor and shit like that. And one of the sheriffs like came through the metal detector and like pulled me to the side and like, hey, you gotta be careful with her. I was like, huh? And he goes, I haven't had any problems out of her, but several of the people that I work with have had problems with her. I'm like, I mean, I'm just helping her down the stairs, brother. Like, and then I go my separate way. Like, we're not a thing, you know. And he's like, oh, okay, like, I mean, immediately I was on the radar,
Yeah.
like guilty by association kind of deal,
You were an accessory to whatever the fuck was going on.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the, so I kind of stand around for a little bit. I'm like, like she's doing her thing, and like she's like walking back and forth. Like I didn't see a cell phone, I didn't see a headset, so I don't know if she was talking to herself.
Probably.
I'm kind of leaning that way.
It is Carthage.
Yeah, and I'm like noticing some like mannerisms and shit like that. Not the same as was not the same girl that I walked into the courthouse with. Like she had flipped something.
Yeah.
And I'm like standing there. I'm like, okay. And I'm glad that I had done like some like self work and whatnot because as I'm standing, I'm like, man, I don't know this fucking bitch. And I just walked down the stairs, like, But I mean, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And just then I just left. But then going down the stairs, I'm like, fuck, I gotta type.
No, you were like, fuck, I gotta type.
Well, no, I'm not breathing hard in my head, like my inner monologue is not that out of shape. I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was thinking, like, fuck, my legs are burning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you go from like not climbing stairs for 15 years to, we're going to just tackle all these flights.
Yeah. Get her done, son.
My left thigh muscle was twitching.
So, how you feeling?
Tired.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, this is our first 2-hour episode in a while.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Brian's going to be so excited.
I know. He is. He got the burnt biscuit shout out. Dude, you don't even know how funny he was. Like growing up and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, dude! Like he had me in stitches all the time, and oh fuck, he almost made me piss myself playing NBA Jam one time. And shit, he's gonna have to comment on here on what he used to say. But he used to say something during that game. He would win every game because he'd start saying it, and I'd start laughing so fucking hard that I could not win. Like I couldn't even see the screen. Yeah, but yeah, he's like crack me up. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe next week I don't know, be a little more lighthearted. Let Let's talk about Marvel and Star Wars.
Yes.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
What?
I mean, I don't want to give them any like cred or views or anything like that. Watch the new Star Wars thing.
The Acolyte?
Yeah,
No.
please.
How many episodes is it?
I don't know, at least five. It's
At
probably
least?
it's
Oh,
probably
man.
eight.
Damn. I'll give it a shot if I have
I tell
free
you
time.
just watch as many episodes as you can stand or do.
Okay.
Because I'm going to try to watch more of it so I can give a more honest opinion on it. But I feel like I know that I'm going to be proven right. But
I'll give it a try.
yeah, like I want to try it. And I mean, really the only reason I'm going to watch it is mainly for she played, I don't even know what her fucking Jedi name is. But it's Daphne Keene. That was that little girl off of Logan. That was Logan's like clone
Niece or
daughter.
whatever. Or, yeah. Clone, yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
she plays her.
Like the main character, or
Huh?
is she like the main character, or is she
No,
just in
no,
it?
no. She's like a side Jedi. Like she's in it a lot,
Okay.
but she's not the main character of the show. But I'm gonna watch it for her because I liked her and Logan that much.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who like it's hard to say that was a perfect casting because nobody's ever thought about casting that.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean that I don't know the way she acted in Logan. Like I just loved her. Like
She was really good in Logan.
oh, she did
She
fantastic.
had a lot of really young talent.
Yeah, so I will watch as many episodes as I can, only to support her.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like I'm not going to make the finale.
If
So,
Anakin's in it, I'll watch it. But
he's not in
yeah, I know it's like 1,000 years before or
it.
whatever.
100. Yeah,
100.
yeah, yeah.
All right, I'll give it a try this week.
I really, I really don't. The whole reason I don't want them to fuck up Star Wars is because uh, oh, Hayden Christensen,
Yeah.
right, is still young enough to be that guy. You know,
Mm,
like he's getting old,
yeah.
but like there's a Darth Vader movie that they can make,
That would be so.
right?
Wait, why? Why would they make that?
Why wouldn't they?
Because like everything is about him.
Right, but not like Darth Vader does not have a movie.
I beg to differ.
Watch every Star Wars movie that has Darth Vader in it.
Yeah.
He is not the majority of the screen time.
Episode 1 through 3. He is the entirety of those 3 movies.
Anakin is.
Who is?
No, Anakin's Anakin.
But he's the same person.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I mean, it is, but it's not.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what would they do in the Vader movie? Because they did his whole origin story. They did everything up until his death. I wonder what the movie would be on.
Or no, like there was so much shit that happened. Like you know, man, fuck, we almost made it. We almost made it.
We made it 2 hours.
Oh, I'm gonna count that as a win. Anybody else that has listened that doesn't like the whenever we talk about Star Wars stuff, they've done tuned out.
Well, this is our last segment of this
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
So if you want to skip it, we're done.
Um, but like Darth Vader is so much more badass than what is actually led on. Like it skipped out the entire part where he's hunting the other Jedi.
Yeah.
You know, like because I mean they didn't get every Jedi in Order 66.
No, they didn't.
and he did so much cool shit. I mean, it was bad. He's the bad guy, and blah 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 blah
He's
blah.
the best character. I don't know what you're on
He
about.
he is, but like they don't even need a good guy character whenever you have Darth Vader.
Okay, I could see like the stuff that like the beginning credits they have between
Hmm.
every episode. I could see them doing a movie about that. That'd be cool.
Well, so like you look at the original trilogy,
Yeah.
not one, two, and three, but 4, 5, and 6. Darth Vader in each of those movies is around total screen time, what, 10, 15 minutes?
In the entirety of
Yeah, like
4,
maybe,
5, and 6.
no, in each movie, about 15 minutes
Oh, okay.
per movie.
Sure.
Yeah. So, he's like, what, 45 minutes for 3 movies?
Okay.
I mean, he's not the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what made him good is because, like, he'd come in, kick ass, leave. You know,
I mean, like, really is.
yeah, I mean, like, he has most memorable scenes, but I just feel like there's the only problem with it is they wouldn't really be able to show Anakin's face.
Yeah.
Because he's already like fucked up. They did a really good job in Obi-Wan, though.
Yeah.
Like
I
you,
remember that.
you
Yeah.
did finally finish that, right?
I think I finished it. I've definitely seen up until that point.
You saw their fight scene and
Yes, I
shit.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, like the way that they did that, which
It was really good. I really liked that.
I mean, it's really hard to say to have a Darth Vader specific movie because that was such a fucking crescendo. Like to me, it actually melded Anakin with Darth Vader. Like
In the Kenobi show, is that what you're?
yeah,
Yes.
like I can watch 1, 2, and 3, and then fully believe that this Anakin is Darth Vader in 5 or 3,
4,
4,
5, and
5, and
6.
6.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can fully believe that now.
You know what makes me kind of like a bad um, Star Wars fan
Well,
is how much I think higher of the prequels than the actual originals. I mean, I know it's because of my generation. Like I came of the at the time of the pre-sequels, but I just think so much more highly of them than the originals. The
yeah,
originals are fantastic. They did so many like unheard of effects in those movies. But I find more joy in the prequels than I do the originals.
yeah. I mean, I understand that more because I mean, graphically, it's better.
And we brought you Jar Jar. So
Fuck you. Um, yeah, like you weren't even in my nutsack whenever that movie came out.
guess I was.
I don't think so.
Which one are you talking about? Revenge of the Sith?
No, the first one,
So
Phantom Menace.
that's like '01. I was there. I just wasn't. I was in the corner.
Nah, maybe.
I think it was '01.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was like 99.
No way.
Yeah, check that out. But
Star Wars Episode 1.
see, he's too tired to type, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. It was
Yeah,
99.
yeah,
Okay, I guess I thought it was '01.
yeah. But yeah, I went and watched that with my brother Sean in Springfield.
Yeah.
We sat in line. Um,
I think Revenge of the Sith is still the best Star Wars movie they ever made.
yeah,
That movie is, it could not be more perfect. I wish they would have showed a little bit past um, Anakin turning to Darth Vader
yeah,
in the prequel,
yeah.
but it was still pretty damn good.
I mean, that would have been a good time to have like 3.5. Like if they would have had like a Disney Plus back then,
Yeah.
like going from episode 3 to fill in the gap. But like that Rogue Squadron movie did a really good job.
Didn't watch it.
Oh, really?
Rogue Squadron?
Or Rogue. Yeah.
Rogue One?
Yeah, is it Rogue One?
Yeah, I watched that, yeah.
Yeah.
With little orange and white R2D2, but it was BB-8. It was a circle.
No, that was fucking that's that new shit.
Oh, then what are you talking about?
I'm talking about that spin-off movie.
I think it's been so long since I've seen it. I've seen Rogue One, but maybe I'm confusing it for a different thing
The Darth Vader fight scene in the hallway.
from Rogue One.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. I need to watch it again.
Oh shit.
Whenever I think of hallway scene, I think of whenever Kenobi dies. Darth Vader
Right.
hallway scene. I think
Okay. On episode 4,
yeah.
the opening shot, the battle cruiser is chasing Princess Leia's ship, right?
Okay.
Um, and then they board the ship, and he captures the princess, right?
Okay.
Well, that wasn't the only ship. Caught another one first, and they board that ship, and it's the first time you've seen Darth Vader since episode 3 for 4. So
I need to watch that
yeah,
again. I haven't seen it since it came out.
yeah. So chronologically, it is between 3 and 4. It's episode 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need to do that.
with characters that you do not know, but you know how Princess Leia had plans for the Death Star.
Yeah.
This explains how they got the plans for the Death Star.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's
Now
like
math is mathing.
yeah, and I think that's how they should do like a Vader movie is like
The between.
yeah, like like they pick a mission, like a scenario that he went to go handle, like
Yeah.
where in the comics, I believe Mace Windu survived that fall.
Really?
Yeah, and Vader ends up tracking him down on this distant planet, and then that's where you end up meeting General Grievous.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, there's stories like that they could tell with Vader as the main character, and not. I mean, they can't do Mace Windu now because I mean Samuel L. Jackson's like fucking 80 years old.
No, he's not.
Fucking Google it, man.
Samuel Jackson is 80?
I think so.
No, he's not.
He's close if he ain't. He ain't 70.
Oh, shit.
How old is
75.
he? Okay.
He looks really good for 75.
Yeah.
He was born December 21st of 48.
Yeah. Your grandpa was born in 51.
Yeah. Man, he looks really good for 75.
Yeah.
Man, how old is Morgan Freeman now?
I don't know.
Whenever I think of Samuel Jackson, I think of Morgan Freeman.
I mean, to get
87.
yeah. I thought to get Morgan Freeman's age, you just have to like, okay, well, it's 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's timeless.
Until he's not. He's 87, so
I'm gonna be sad whenever he passes.
whenever Morgan Freeman passes.
Yeah.
I'll be sad, but only because of the bucket list movie. He wasn't really significant to my childhood outside of that movie.
Yeah, I remember him in a lot of things. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and we'll just keep going all night if we don't stop. So we'll save something for next week.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time.